So do you also use Mailercloud to handle the email marketing for your business? Then this video is definitely for you. So hello all, welcome back to Pabbly Connect, and in this video we are going to understand how to create or update Mailercloud subscriber on Tally forms submission. So over here I'm running a digital marketing agency and we gather the details of our potential clients with the help of Tally forms. So now what I want is that as soon as we receive the details of our potential clients with the help of Tally forms, automatically that same potential client should be added as a subscriber in my Mailercloud account too, so that we can handle the email marketing more effectively without any manual efforts. So to do this, we are simply going to create connection between Tally forms and Mailercloud. To create this connection without knowing any programming or coding language, we are going to use Pabbly Connect. It is an amazing automation software. So do you also want to create this automation for your business? Then for that you have to come with me towards my screen. Welcome to my screen. So in this video I'll show you how to automatically create or update a Mailercloud subscriber whenever Tally form submission is received. So this integration ensures that every lead or customer inquiry is instantly added to your email list, allowing for timely follow-ups and seamless email marketing automation. So let's get started with a really simple example. Let's say that my name is test user, and as you can see that I've entered all of my details, and now I'm just going to click on this submit and submit this Tally form. Now I'm just going to open my Mailercloud account and refresh this list. Alright, I'm just going to go towards the contacts, and yes, over here you can see a new contact has been added. I'm just going to show you the contact details. You can see the same name which we entered, you can see the same email which we entered, and the same phone number which we entered in our test submission. So yes, you can see that in no time the contact got created. Yes, this is the automation we are going to create in today's video, and if you also want to create this automation for your business, then for that you have to watch this video till the end. So to do this, I've simply opened the landing page of Pabbly by searching pabbly.com/connect in my browser. It is very easy, and as soon as we're going to open the landing page of Pabbly, we are going to get two options. One is sign in and the another one is sign up for free. So if you are a new user, you can click on this sign up for free and you are going to get 100 of tasks free every month to explore the application. But over here I'm an existing user, so I'm just going to click on this sign in, and now it is opening all Pabbly apps. Over here you can see all the tools and applications offered by Pabbly, but in today's video we are going to use Pabbly Connect because we are connecting different applications. So I'm just going to click on this access now right over here to access my Pabbly Connect account, and now it is opening my dashboard. And to start with this automation, we just have to click on this button which says create workflow, and now it is asking me for the workflow name and the folder I want to save the workflow in. So over here I want to save the workflow in this folder which says automations, and I want to name my workflow as this, which says how to create or update Mailercloud subscriber on Tally forms submission, Tally forms to Mailercloud, and then we just have to click on this create, and as soon as we are going to click on this create, it is opening the most important window of our automation, which is our workflow window. So this is the most important window because we have trigger and action in this. So trigger and actions are the two main principles on which our workflow will run. Alright, trigger means when this happens and action means do this. So by this you can understand that the actions are response towards the commands given by our trigger. So that's the only reason that we can have only a single trigger but multiple actions following the commands of a trigger in a particular workflow. So let's get started by selecting our trigger application. So for my trigger application, I'm just going to select it as Tally. So I'm just going to search for Tally, and then we have to select it, and now it is asking me for the trigger event. So basically trigger event is the event on which the workflow will start. So over here what I want is that as soon as a new response is submitted, my workflow should be triggered or started. So I'm just going to select my trigger event as new response, and now it has given me a webhook URL. So we are going to use this same webhook URL in order to create a connection between our Tally account and our Pabbly Connect's workflow. So what we have to do is, first I'm just going to copy this webhook URL, alright, and then we have to follow this help text, and it is saying log into your Tally account, publish your form and go to the integrations and then webhooks. Click to connect and add the webhook URL. Alright, we are going to follow the same. I'm just going to open my Tally account, and over here you can see all the forms which I've already created. But I want to create this automation for this form, which is client inquiry form, right? So I'm just going to go towards the edit option of this form. You also have to select the same form for which you want to create this automation, alright? So now after selecting the form, we have to go towards the integration tab of this form. So I'm just going to go towards the integration tab of this form, and as you can see that over here are all the direct integrations. So over here we are just going to look for webhooks, alright? So as you can see webhooks right over here, so I'm just going to click on this connect given right under this webhook, alright? And now it is asking me for the endpoint URL. So over here we are just going to paste the URL which we copied from our workflow in order to connect our Tally account with our Pabbly Connect's workflow, alright? So now I'm just going to enter the webhook URL and click on this connect. And as soon as we're going to click on this connect, yes, you can see that we have successfully added this integration, or you can say connection right over here. We have successfully connected our Tally account with our Pabbly Connect's workflow with the help of this webhook URL which we added right now in our Tally account. But now you can see that it is saying waiting for a webhook response, and in the notes it is saying do a test submission / record. So in order to capture this webhook response, we have to do a test submission or record. So what we have to do is, I'm just going to open the form I connected right now with my workflow, and we have to go towards the share option of this form. And over here you can see the shareable link. So I'm just going to copy this link and open this link in a new tab, alright? Over here you can see that this is the form, and I'm just going to do the test submission of the same which we connected right now with our workflow. So let's say that for the first name, I'm just going to keep it as demo, last name as user, email as demoUser555@pabblytudes.com. Over here you can see the phone number which I'm just going to enter. For the company name, let's say that I'm just going to keep it as Pabbly. And now for the service inquiry, I'm just going to select it as social media marketing and click on this submit. And as soon as we're going to click on this submit, yes, you can see thank you for completing this form. So now what has happened is that Tally has sent the details of a test submission to our workflow. And yes, over here you can see that Pabbly has captured the response of our test submission too. You can see the first name which we entered, you can see the last name which we entered, you can see the email which we entered, the phone number, the company name, and the service inquiry too which we entered. So yes, with this we have successfully completed our trigger step. And now what will happen that as soon as a new response is received from my Tally account, automatically this workflow is going to get triggered and Pabbly is going to capture the response for the same. Alright, we are going to move on towards our action step. Now for my action application, I'm just going to select it as Mailercloud, because what I want is I want to create or update a Mailercloud subscriber on Tally form submission, alright? So for my action application, I'm just going to select it as Mailercloud. So I'm just going to look for Mailercloud and then we have to select it. And now for the action event, I'm just going to select it as create or update a subscriber and click on this connect. And now it is asking me to add a new connection or select an existing connection. So if you have already connected your Mailercloud account with your Pabbly Connect's workflow, you can click on this select existing connection and then save. But if you haven't, you have to follow me. Click on add a new connection, and now it is asking me for the API key. And to get this API key, we have to click on this hyperlink given right over here which says API integrations at the end of this help text. So I'm just going to go towards this API integrations, alright, and as soon as we're going to open this API integrations, yes, you can see that it is opening this API key section under the integration section of my Mailercloud account. So yes, coming over here was really easy because I've already logged in my Mailercloud account before starting with the automation. So it is always advised to log in your applications before starting with the automation. It makes the procedure easy. And now after coming over here towards this API key section, we have to go towards this create API key button, and now it is saying add a specific name to your API that will help you to identify the key. Alright, so I'm just going to name my key as Tally right over here. So I'm just going to enter it as Tally and click on this generate key. And yes, we are just going to click on this OK, and yes, you can see a new key has been generated named Tally. So I'm just going to copy this API key and we are going to paste it right over here in our workflow. And after pasting this, we just have to click on this save. And as soon as we are going to click on this save, yes, you can see that we have successfully connected our Mailercloud account with our Pabbly Connect's workflow. And now it is asking me for the list, for which list I want to create this subscriber. So I'm just going to select my list as new leads over here. here, alright, because I want to create this automation for this particular list. You have to select the particular list for which you want to create the automation. And now it is asking me for the email, the first name and another details to create a subscriber. Alright, so I'm just going to enter all of these details right over here one by one. But we are not going to enter the details manually or by copy pasting it, but instead we are going to map it. So you must be wondering, what is mapping? So mapping is a method by Pabbly which means inserting the data from the previous step. And as you know, our previous step was the trigger step where we selected Tally as our trigger application. So we are just going to map the details from the response of our trigger application only, and as soon as we are going to map these details, automatically my details will turn dynamic and change with every new response received. So over here I'm going to give you an example that it is asking me for the email, right? So let's say that I'm just going to enter the email right over here manually by typing it like this. Then this will not change with every new response received because this is a static information and I have entered it manually. But let's say that we're going to map this from the previous response. So I'm just going to erase this and map the email from the previous response. So I'm just going to look for email, and as you can see the same. So let's say that we're going to map this from the previous response, then this will definitely change because my previous response will also change, right? So that's why we do mapping right over here to run our workflow in real time. And now it is asking me for the tags. So if you wish, you can definitely add a tag, but I don't wish to do so. So I'm just going to leave it as blank, move on towards the first name and map the first name, which is demo. Now it is asking for the middle name. So as you can see that this middle name is not the required field, I'm just going to leave it as blank and map the last name. So over here I'm just going to enter the details which are required. If you wish, you can definitely enter all the details too. I'm just going to map the phone number. We are going to move on forward. You can see that now it is asking me for many other details. So once again, I'm only going to fill in the required details and click on this button which says save and send test request. And yes, you can see that we have received a positive response that we have successfully created or updated a new subscriber in our Mailercloud account with the same details. So I'm just going to open my Mailercloud account to check for the new subscriber. So I'm just going to go back towards the list, and over here we are going to go back towards the contacts. And yes, over here you can see a new contact has been added. You can see the same email ID and the name. So I'm just going to view this contact. You can see the same first name, same last name, same email, same phone number and the same company name, right? So yes, with this we have successfully completed our workflow. And now what will happen is that as soon as a new response is received from my Tally account, automatically my workflow is going to get triggered. Pabbly is going to capture the response and further create or update a subscriber in my Mailercloud account. That too without any manual efforts. This workflow is going to run in backend and we don't have to come back and again to our workflow to click on save and send test request. So yes, this was it for the video, and if you have any questions related to the video or the workflow, you can directly comment on this video. And for your reference, I'll just clone this workflow and share the workflow link in the description box so that you can access my workflow. I hope this video was helpful for you. Thank you for watching. So not only these applications, but with the help of Pabbly Connect, you can integrate many more applications. So if you have any doubts, you can reach us at support@pabbly.com. If you have any queries, you can reach us at forum.pabbly.com. And if you have any pricing related issues, you can follow this website. And if you find our videos helpful, do like and subscribe our channel. Thank you for watching.